tenho aqui ao meu lado o pessoal todo do Deep Purple. Ian Gillan, Roger Glover, Ian Pace, the oldest one, it's called Young. That's nice. Nice. Because you can hear young instead of young. That was silly of me. Ian Pace.
And Don Airy.
Don Airy.
Yeah.
Oh, Don.
Yeah.
Don.
Don. It's Don.
It's Don, yeah.
Yeah, it's Don. Yeah. And Steve Morse. I noticed that you're wearing shoes now.
Just for you. Just today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, well, I don't know. You know, there's a kind of etiquette. I don't know what people might say, but...
You look so sexy when you're not wearing shoes.
Well, thank you.
Did you cut your feet somewhere on stage? That's why you...
No.
It's just a thing. Today.
You know, I think... you know, you start off planning a tour and you get all these clothes and you think, well... And within 3 days, you're back to wearing jeans and tracksuit and whatever you feel comfortable in. So, and I don't wear shoes unless I have to. So you know, you go in a restaurant, you have to wear shoes. You know, and they like you to wear shoes in supermarkets and on planes and on television shows.
And supermarkets.
You must wear shoes and shirts. They say in most of the supermarkets where I live.
Yeah. Shirts and shoes.
Yeah.
Trousers as well.
But
no trousers.
No trousers, just shirts.
Yeah.
Long shirts.
Long shirt.
Yeah, long shirt.
And depends. Sometimes very long shirts. Sometimes short shirts.
Depends on the season.
and
on the time of day.
Yeah, and on the anatomy too.
Exactly.
But tell me something. You said that when you start the show, you have a lot of clothes to put on to choose from.
Got the tour, yeah.
Yeah, and you have somebody that takes care of that particularly, or?
Oh, we got one each.
One each.
Yeah.
It's the same girl, but
it's the same girl, but her name's Nikki.
And okay, Mickey. And Mickey works a lot, and then you just wear it for 2-3 days.
Nikki.
Nikki.
Yeah, she makes sure that we're clean and tidy, and that we don't smell too bad, and that everything's tickety-boo.
Everything's all right.
She just makes sure we got clean clothes to go on every night. But you know, I think it's which is kind of good, because in the old days we had 6 guys in a van together and change your clothes for a week, and it got pretty bad. Pretty bad.
Only shows in open air.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
But some of you are married, and some of you have your wives here, right? Or am I wrong?
My 3 wives are here, over there. Yeah,
yeah, they're beautiful.
My new wife doesn't know it yet.
Well, they're all together here. Hi, hello. It's not your first time in Brazil, is it? Yeah?
Yes.
You didn't want to let them come alone over here. You heard bad things about
No.
Brazilian girls.
No?
No? They're very beautiful. You're very beautiful. Very nice. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you.
With us, with the guys. Okay? Thank you. What about the football, the World Cup? You've seen the World Cup in Germany?
yeah.
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 Yeah, we were in
We
Germany.
all are.
We were in Italy. We were in Italy for the final.
For the final, when the final was played, we were in Rimini watching it on TV with a bunch of Italian friends of ours.
For the final,
On
Italy.
the cup final,
I got
Italy.
kind of excited
Yeah.
about winning, too.
It was wonderful.
Italy.
We're not a fan.
God.
Italy, France. Yeah.
Italy, France. And what was it?
London, France.
The last game that England was out of the World Cup was against Portugal, right?
See.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look at that.
I was in Portugal at the time.
Really?
Yeah, I was in Faro. Driving back, I just dropped my daughter at the airport, and Portugal had beaten England, and they were all flying their flags and everything else, and I was going out there, yeah, great. Fantastic. I was the only Englishman there. I went into the bar, into the pub, and all my Portuguese friends, and it was fantastic. It was great.
You know what I think was great? Because one of the things that a lot of Brazilians complained about our team is that they weren't, when the last game ended, when we lost to France, they weren't so sad or so, okay, there was nobody crying or anything like that. But in the English team, which they think, no, the British are not so emotional.
Big emotion. Yeah.
Every player was crying. Even the great, the great myth, the great idol, Beckham. How do you say Beckham, right?
Yeah.
He was
Well,
crying.
he
was
saw about
sad.
10 endorsements going down the river. That's why.
Oh, come on, don't be so so bad. I don't think that. Do you think they lose endorsements because of one game they lost? I don't think so.
I think really the problem, football is such a big sport. It's the biggest sport in the world, and I think everyone associates with their national team. And I think we have, all English fans at that time knew that we had the wrong manager. We had no team spirit. We weren't playing in the style of English football, which is very passionate. It's not as beautiful as Brazilian football. I've sat on the beach and watched the beach football here since I first came here, and the whole world acknowledges that Brazilian football is the perfect game. But we love it too in England, and we have a great passion for it. And it's a very physical game in England, and a lot of running around, and maybe technically we're not so good, but I think there's a great deal to be learned from things that we've had in the past, and all of that is just was blown out the window. And all of the fans, we're all fans, and we were talking about saying this guy is useless. He's not inspiring anyone. There's no team spirit. There's no pattern of play. They don't understand where they're supposed to be or what they're supposed to be doing. And so we knew what the result was going to be, and the fans were right, and the pundits were right, and the FA was wrong, and the team. I think that's why they were shattered, because they knew. I think they could have done better.
Well, but they had, because you have great players, and even players as Beckham, he plays English style, but also with Brazilian style. I mean, he gets the two things, he puts the two things together. But football is an association. I mean, everybody has to do the same. But you know that our complaint was exactly the same. You know, that we didn't have a teamwork. It's
Not
always
like
Why did nobody give the ball to Ronaldinho?
Yeah,
All the
Ronaldinho.
time he just stood there and people just kept going past him.
And Kaká, that now is doing a great games now. In Italy,
Yeah.
during the World Cup.
Didn't see.
Nothing.
Nothing.
No.
No.